Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fans Talk, where we talk football as it is. A little bit of banter here, a little bit of, I would say statistics, but I'll be offending some people. But we just talk sports. We bring all the excitement to you, and we hear what you have to say about it. My name is Josh, and I'm your host. And with me today is Daniel and Alexis. Welcome to Fans Talk.
Very much. It's another weekend, another football weekend. I'm so eager.
Oh, my team is winning. Everyone is happy.
Yeah, we're all happy.
Yeah.
Some team lost last week, but I don't want to call their names.
You guys
It's
escaped
okay.
by some miracle. You're the only ones that didn't pick L.
Oh, well on your name.
We did not escape. It was meant to be.
Wow.
No, it's not an escape. It was meant to be.
All right. So,
I mean, that's how the United fans talk, so I'm not surprised.
all right. So, Man U is on the hot winning streak. 3 games for Amorim in the bag. He's finally starting to look comfortable as United's manager. Do you think the early calls for sack were wrong? And how do you feel Man U is going to go into this game against Nottingham Forest?
Your first question: do I think the early sack,
Calls, yeah,
the
were
call for early sack was?
was wrong, but was
Um,
justified.
I think so. I don't think so. When your team is not winning, you have to question someone. Even me at that time, I started questioning not just him, because I'm not a fan of questioning the manager, but then I was questioning the players, questioning the club as an organization, because he came in last month. I think this not last month, sorry, last year. This time last year,
Yeah.
and this month should be like his 12-month anniversary, so it should be like 1 year in the game, and we're already sacking a manager. Before Manchester United, we are known for sacking managers, but our sacking manager time frame is 2 years. We give them time to build and do something, and then it doesn't work, and we sack them. But now it seems like the amount of time keeps getting shorter and shorter. So during Mourinho's tenure, it was like 3 years. Van Gaal had like 3 years, and then the rest. Ole had 2.5 years. Same as
Right.
Ten Hag, 2.5 years. Other intern manager came in, and it wasn't that long. So it felt like the tenure was getting shorter and shorter. Now we are bringing in someone. He hasn't even spent 1 year, already calling for sack.
Patience had run.
So I understand. Yeah, that's not good. I understand that. But as a manager, you have to win games. Whether you want to put in your style of play, whether you want to show how good you are, you still need to you still need to win game. That's very important. So I'm glad he's getting the win. I think we're on. Would I say we're on form? I don't want to say we are back, because we're not back, but I feel like we are starting to get rhythm. We're starting to Players are starting to understand themselves. If you watch the last game against Brighton, the press is they press together. They press as a team now. Watching Manchester United before, what we see is one player doing his own, another player doing something different. But now I feel like they are working together. We now have a goalkeeper that can catch ball.
No,
Goalkeeper that
no.
yeah, we now have. It's not a great goalkeeper. It's not like we have Courtois, or we have Raya, or one of the world best keeper right now. But we just have someone that can catch ball. You wouldn't know how simple that thing is until you don't have it. So we had Onana where defense couldn't even give him chance to hold the ball, because they don't know what he will do. They feel like once Onana gets the ball, he might put it in the net himself. So that's how shaky our defense was. But now I think defense is more solid. So yeah, I feel like the team are starting to have that confidence in themselves, starting to trust each other, and
All right. So, Mr. Alexis,
maybe a 2-0 win. Maybe a 2-0
2-0
win for
win.
me.
All right. We have a prediction. Mr. Alexis, do you think that Man United is going to have it easy with Nottingham Forest tomorrow?
I wouldn't say easy, but I see them winning tomorrow, and that's because Nottingham Forest have they've not really done well this season. They have only 5 points, and this is game week 9. They have gathered only 5 points, and they are sitting in the 18th position on the league in the league table. So it's gonna be hard. Last year they won home and away. The first game was 2-3. They won away, and then they won at home 1-0. So it was a better season, and Manchester United they were not that great last season as well. So coming up in the last 3 games, they have really picked up form. They are doing really well. So I think they would continue that flow, and it might be a 1-0 win for me.
Okay.
1-0 win at Nottingham.
All right, before I move on to the next fixture, who do you think is likely to score for Man United?
I think for me, Mbeumo is still the player on form. I will give it to him. I think he's the one that would get the goal.
Okay.
I don't know. I have a feeling Sesko would score. I don't know. I don't see him starting, but I think he would score. So even if he starts, he is my person to score.
Yeah, he does get into those positions.
Yeah, and Nottingham Forest are going to be playing a low block, so yeah, as expected, he should score against low block team.
All right, so this fixture is pretty interesting to me because I almost can't predict. Liverpool, Aston Villa. It seems like a textbook game, but it's also not a textbook game. Liverpool is coming off a 3-game losing streak in the Premier League. Aston Villa, on the other hand, is coming off a 3-game winning streak. But somehow Liverpool still looks like the top dog in this fight. I know they've also been lackluster, but there is potential there if they just find that thing that's missing. And that's what makes this game really hard to predict. What do you have to say about this, Mr. Alexis?
Yeah, in Aston Villa's last 5 games, they've won 4 times and drawn once.
Yeah,
that tells you something.
When you mentioned they are the top dog.
Yes, so
they won their last 5.
They've won their last 4 out of 5, drawn 1. For Liverpool, they have lost 4 and won 1. So I see worst case scenario, or best case scenario, a draw for Liverpool in favor of Liverpool. What I'm saying is in favor of Liverpool is because they've been losing back to back now. So I don't see them coming out of this easy. I do not see them coming out of this easy. And I have an issue with some of the players and how, Anna Slot is going to work with these guys. So someone like Salah, to me, I think it has gotten to the point where Salah needs to step down. He needs to be more like a super sub and give the new guys room to breathe. Vert is also another person who has not really picked up or has not even picked up at all in any form. No goals, no assists, but he still gets into the lineup. He still plays. I think the last 2 games, he came from the bench. So it's been difficult for them. So I don't see Liverpool winning this game. The best they will get out of this would be a draw. So my prediction will be 1-1 or 2-2.
Yeah, for me, I think I don't see Salah as the problem. I know it's not on form, but I don't think Salah is Liverpool's problem. What I think Liverpool problem is their defense. Their defense is they have the best defense in the league, but somehow they have the worst defense in the league.
They're still conceding
It's hard to
goals.
explain. Yeah, they still concede a lot of goals. So you have Konate, who is one of the most physical defender. You also have Van Dijk, who is one of the best all-rounder defender, fast, good with the ball, tall, and everything. But the problem at the left and right wing back or back, right back, left back. I don't know how they use their system. So Slot prefers to use wing backs. That's why he got Frimpong and Kerkers. But the problem is he's not really using Kerkers and Frimpong how he should or how they operate in their former team. For example, Kerkers is more of an attacking wing back in Bournemouth. That's what it does in Bournemouth. Attacking wing back. But the issue is that in Liverpool, is now brought in as a left back, allowing Frimpong to do the wing back duty. So Frimpong is the one that goes forward and work with Salah on the wing on the right wing there, and then Kerkez is the one staying trying to defend. And what problem does that come with? That comes with fouls from Kerkez. Kerkez losing his man because he's not that good uh, in tackling, because he does more of attack than defense. And then Frimpong is also not that good in tackling. So you are left with Van Dijk and Konate alone just to tackle. So I think teams are starting to figure that out. If you listen to Arne Slot's last press conference, what he said was teams are starting to figure out their playing style. Which brings me to the question. So what do we do? How do we fix that? Do we now call in the team like, oh, you want to play Aston Villa? So we call Unai Emery and be like, hey, Unai Emery, can you bring your team news out like 1 week before the match, so that Arne Slot can look at it and say, okay, they have not figured my play style, so we are going to change. It's going to change the play style. I don't know if you guys understand that. So you don't. What the coach for now is the problem, because he's not willing to adapt. He's not willing to change. If you feel like the team has figured out your playing style, I think you should be able to adapt to the game. You should be able to say, okay, we need to do something new. We need to. Pep Guardiola does that every season. You might think he's the tiki-taka kind of player. He passes all around, but from his game, you can see Cancelo, sometimes Mendy. He knows how to use his wing back. Sometimes they play as a wing back. Sometimes they play as wingers. Sometimes they play as midfielders. That's his left backs. And sometimes he brings defenders to midfield. So he knows how to. He's very adaptable. So I think.
All right. So.
Yeah. Sorry. I wanted to add something. So I didn't really pick out Salah as a problem, right? It's the best. They say the best way to defend is to attack.
Yeah.
Right. And if these guys cannot score goals, there is nothing for them. Like there's basically nothing for them. There's no way they can even hold a 0-0 lead. So why I felt like I single-handedly talked about Salah is Salah has been the main man for Liverpool. Salah is not in form. If they have to change things, he's one person who I feel like they should sacrifice. The club has to come again and think about it. They have good players. They really have good players. They just cannot score. They are not converting their chances. You see players like Ekitike shooting from outside, in the box, everywhere, every chance he can get, he shoots. Someone like Gakpo cutting in from the wing, from the left wing, still cannot score. There is something missing in that attack. There is something missing in that attack. At the start of the season, Liverpool were playing, this type of football where, we'll wait till last minute and then something.
Yeah, they had a couple of games like that with late win.
Yeah, winning last minute. But the jazz is over now. The jazz is gone. Your eyes are clear now. It's gone. Everyone don't cast.
Right.
Yeah, so
there's no
I agree with you.
Yeah, so there's no chance they are likely to fix that problem against an informed team like Aston Villa, who is, coming off a 5-game or 4-game winning streak, like you mentioned. So, all the best to Liverpool. Let's just hope they don't concede too much with their leaky defense.
I hope they concede. I don't know why you are hoping, but I hope they concede like that, so that we have enough space.
All right. I'd save Arsenal for last. Let's do Man City, Bournemouth. Man City has been shaky. They haven't really. I wouldn't say they have found early in the league this season. They seem to come off of new energy, but it seems it has dipped and risen. Also, Bournemouth too also has that kind of thing going for them. So it's an interesting matchup. Who do you think is going to find their rhythm in this game?
Haaland is going to score. Let me start off by saying that Haaland is going to score
It's
today.
much like
I'm so
prophecy
sure
at
he's
this
going to
point.
score. Yeah. He didn't turn up last week, and that is one point I'm going to make. Like, Man City feels like they're a team that relies heavily on Haaland. Aside from Haaland, you don't see much. You don't see any other person scoring goals. So I'm not saying that they're building the team around Haaland or whatever. No, it just feels like no other person can turn up in the scoring department. So if Haaland is today, he decides, oh, I'm gonna take a day off from scoring, the team might not win. No other person comes up, no other person turns up and takes the lead in the center forward. No other person can do that. So I find that problematic for them. I don't know how they're gonna survive the rest of the season. I find that a big problem for them because if you rely heavily on that guy to do all of the scoring, if he decides today, I don't feel like scoring, or I don't think I'm in the mood, they might suffer. They really might suffer. But my prediction will be a 2-0 win.
In favor of Man
I'm
City.
going for Man City. Yeah, in favor of Man City.
All right, Mr. Daniel.
Yeah, so yeah, I feel like Man City looks like the team that should win it, but I don't think we should sleep on Bournemouth. This season they are one of the best teams. I think they are above Man City in the league. If I'm correct, they should be above Man City. Yeah, they are above Man City. So
Yeah.
they are second
Yeah,
in the
they are
table.
currently second.
Yeah, they're actually second in the table. So they are organized, a very organized team. I like their coach. I like their coach. I like what he's doing at the team. And they have Semenyo, who is on form right now. The new striker that came in is also banging in goals. I think he scored like 2 goals in the last Premier League game. 1 goal, 3 goals in the last 2 Premier League games. I'm sure of that. I know he scored 2, and then he scored 1 the last game. So yeah, he's banging goals. Semenyo too is on form. Travenia too is on form. The other guy that plays Clivert, is it Clivert? Yeah, that one too plays fantastic for them right now. They're all on form. So I still see Man City winning, but I don't think it's going to be easy for them to win. I know it's at the Etihad, so maybe that might give them an advantage. But let's say 2-1 to Man City for me.
Right. I mean, with Bournemouth's form, they are most likely to score as well. So
Yeah,
as
definitely
our
will.
gambling brothers would say, GG over 1. All right. Let's move to still on Saturday's games before we look at the ones for Sunday. The elephants sitting on the tree once again against Burnley. It looks pretty much like a done deal for Arsenal. You know, they're the favorites coming into this game. Do you think that Burnley will put up a fight?
I don't see anybody stopping Arsenal this season.
Uh,
I'll say this now. I'm gonna hold it till you can quote me
we're
anytime.
going
You
to
can
quote
come
you.
back
We're
to
definitely going to quote
watch
you.
you can come back to watch this video. But Arsenal all the way. Arsenal is winning the league this season. Mark my words, Arsenal is winning the league this season. Arsenal is the most complete team in world football right now. Arsenal has the strongest bench in world football right now. I don't see them losing. I don't see Burnley is not a hassle to them. Burnley is sitting on 16th on the league, so I don't think it's going to be a problem for them. There's definitely going to be a header from Gabriel. That's my prediction. Gabriel is going to score in that game. Someone like Saka is going to turn up again. Eze is, Eze has found his fitting in the team. Immediately he joined, he just found his fitting. Odegaard is out, and it feels like they're not missing anyone. They have the strongest bench in football right now. So it's gonna be an easy win for them. Maybe a 3-0 win for them. That's my prediction.
All right.
Yeah, for me, I feel like I don't think they have the strongest team in world football. Yeah, they can be one of the strongest, but there are teams like uh, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich with a very strong team. PSG has a very strong team and very, very strong bench. Very, very strong, young and
I mean,
energetic.
we could argue that one, but I don't know. They seem to have every. They seem to have a second person in every wing.
Yeah,
So
they do.
you can check that.
They
Real
do.
Madrid, they have a lot of people in the back. They also have a lot of people in front. Like, you have Rodrigo, you have Brahim Diaz, you still have Vinicius and Mbappe starting, and then you have Gula. No doubt they have these people, but for Arsenal, in every section they are complete.
Yeah, but same as Madrid, every section they're complete. Everywhere
They don't have the best midfield. They don't
they
have the
don't have
best.
the best midfield.
They don't have the
They
best.
do have some pretty
You have
strong
Kamavinga,
midfield.
Tchouaméni, you
Yes,
have
the midfield is not
Bellingham,
about strength. It's not
you
about
have
strength.
Adagula,
You have Valverde,
It's
you
not
have
about strength.
Chouameni.
you have Already. They have one of the best midfield,
Chouameni,
please.
It's not
Camavinga
about
is
strength.
good.
Camavinga is just.
What do you mean midfield is not about strength?
It's not just about the strength of physical. It's not about physicality alone.
But these
I
players are
didn't mention
Aside from
players are
Jude
physicality,
quite
Bellingham and
technical.
quality of
Adagola,
the player.
aside
I'm
from
talking
Jude
about
Bellingham and Adagola, to me, others are more of strength. Even Valverde.
I'm talking about the quality of the player, not the strength of the player. Valverde
So
is a
what? How
quality
do you
player.
qualify the players? You talk
Valverde
about
is a
strength. You
quality
talk about
player.
creativity. You talk about what else? Ability to control the midfield.
So Valverde doesn't control the midfield. Tchouaméni doesn't do that.
I'm not saying they don't do that. I am saying Arsenal as a club has the best of all of these things you want to talk about right now. They have the best of it. And I'm going to leave it there.
Okay.
I think the only
Okay.
thing,
Yeah. So I feel like Arsenal are going to trash Burnley. I'm expecting like 5
hey,
minimum.
minimum. All right,
Minimum 5.
5. So
They're going to trash Burnley.
let's look at the an interesting game that will be on Sunday. I think it's a London derby, Chelsea Tottenham. Now this
I think
I think it's Saturday.
it's Saturday.
Yeah, it's
it's
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
Saturday.
Yeah, it's
Even the Man City game is on Sunday. Yeah, Man City game is Sunday.
My bad, apologies. Chelsea Tottenham. Are we going to see fireworks, or it's just going to be a dull game?
Chelsea Tottenham has never been a dull game. London derbies are not dull games. All London derbies are never dull games. They are very interesting game. I missed the period where was it Conte and who was it Mourinho? Not Mourinho. I can't remember who it was, but there was this
Tu-
handshake video where
Tuchel.
both of them were in their hands. Yeah, it was it. So yeah, it's never a dull game. But for me, I still think this will be a very interesting game for me because Tottenham are good. They are better than last season, definitely.
Agree.
But they still have one or two issues to sort out. I still don't think they are complete. I don't think the manager is making very good use of the team. I don't think the manager is making very good use of the team because they have, like, I was just arguing with Alex about their midfield. Tottenham also have one of the best midfield. Palinia, Bentancur, Bagwell, Xabi Simons. They have quality in that midfield, but it seems like the manager prefers to play on the wing and is more defensive. So um, Thomas Frank, I think the game would actually be Thomas Frank versus Maresca because both teams, Chelsea also have a very young team and they don't seem like they know what they are doing. It seems like they need a leader in their team. I don't know why Chelsea keep buying a million players without having leaders in your team. You need leaders to organize that team. Leaders are the ones that will hold the game and be in charge. Like, oh, this is how we want to win. And even if the young guys can run, they're very skillful. They are this, they are that. The leaders are the ones that know how to make certain tackles, know where to be. They read the game, they see what's going on. So I think think it's still. I don't know who will win. I know one of them would win, but I cannot just figure out who that person is. Is it that Chelsea or Tottenham? Of course, they are both playing, and it has to be
So,
Tottenham.
Alexis,
But
do you have
I just
a clear
think
view into the orb or the pool of wisdom? Who do you think is going to win this?
Uh, no, I don't. But in the past last 5 games, Tottenham has played better. Tottenham has just lost once, and they are sitting in 8th position. Chelsea has lost 3 games in the last 5 matches, and they've won 2. So it might be a win for Tottenham. Playing at home. I think I would give it to Tottenham. Chelsea did not really play well the last time. Their last game. So I think it will be an. It's not an easy win. It's gonna be a tough fixture though, but I think Tottenham will take this home.
All right then. So we're running out of time. So let's quickly move on to Spain. Tomorrow, of course, we have the big wigs playing. What the fixtures on paper they kind of look easy, but if you're familiar with La Liga, those teams can also be pretty stubborn regardless of losing or winning streaks. Barcelona is hosting Elche, and Madrid is hosting Valencia. So let's start with Real Madrid. They are coming hot off the win of a controversial El Clasico as usual. And Valencia is a team that, even in a shitty form, they can always pull an upset. So let me start with Alexis here. Do you see Madrid winning this game easily?
Oh no, this is an easy win for Real Madrid. Yes, I know Valencia. They pull sometimes. They try to prove stubborn, and maybe score. It might be a tight one. It might be like a 2-1 or a 3-2 in favor of Real Madrid. But I see Real Madrid winning this. Real Madrid have started well this season. They have Mbappe up front. If you have Mbappe in your team, you are good to go. Honestly, he's a poacher. He's a scorer. He's a delivery man. He just needs
Supply.
the ball. Just supply me the ball. And he's had this very interesting partnership with Adagula, and it's been Adagula, Mbappe in most of the time. And then they have players like Jude Bellingham, who's back from injury. They have Tchouameni, Camavinga. So their squad at this point seems to be very healthy, and I don't see them losing this game. For Barcelona, they have to fight back. They really have to fight because the battles they face these days is a lot. It's a lot. We're talking Yamal today. Tomorrow we're talking about the injuries, and the injuries is
They have been
scary
caught with
because
injury.
player like
who's
Pedri is
Barcelona
out.
playing?
What?
Who is Barcelona playing?
Elche.
Elche.
So even with all of this, it's still gonna be a win for Barcelona. It's gonna be at home. So they're gonna play at home. So it might not be easy. It might not be easy because we've seen the likes of Girona and even Sevilla pull an offset. We won the Girona's game, but for Sevilla we couldn't. It was crazy, and we're not taking our chances. The players we have in front are not doing. They're not doing a great job. We miss Lewandowski. We miss Rafinha. Lamine Yamal cannot do it alone. Lamine Yamal can create chances, but when he throws one of his trivial passes into the box, who is there to convert? So I'm happy Lewandowski trained with the team. I don't know if he's going to play this weekend. Also, Dani Olmo is back from injury. Not sure if he's going to feature in the squad this weekend. Pedri is out, like I mentioned. Rafinha is still out for another 2 or 3 weeks. It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's gonna be a win for Barcelona.
So to quickly wrap it up, 2 more games. I'll just assign one, and then we just pick who we think is going to win, and then we can wrap up. So, Mr. Daniel, PSG and Nice.
Yes.
It's pretty much an easy one. It's pretty much an easy one, right? So, Mr. Alexis, Bayer Leverkusen and Bayern. Who do you think is? It's always an interesting game. But given the form,
Mark my words. Michael Olise and Harry Kane on the score sheet tomorrow.
all right.
You see that Bayern team? Bayern team is they are just on their own. They're just doing their thing. They are winning. They are in Europe right now. They are one of the teams that have not lost, especially in the Champions League. And when Bayern plays, we're talking of goals. So if you are also a bettor, someone that places their bet online, it's a good place to
Cash out.
uh, to cash out. Yes, the likes of Harry Kane and Olise and over 4.5 or 3.5. Let me calm down. Over
I mean,
3.5 is what you get.
even Nicholas Jackson is having a soul time there as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be a win. So 3-1, 4-1 for me.
Mr. Daniel, finally, what do you think about that game? Do you agree with Alexis? It's a walkover for Bayern.
Say that again.
I said, do you agree with Alexis that Bayern is taking that all the way home?
Yeah. I think they are the most informed team. I don't think they've lost any game. They've not lost any game in the last. I can't even scroll out to get they've lost because I keep scrolling and I see win. So that's how good they are. And Leverkusen has lost just one in the last 5 games. So I think it's gonna be a Bayern win, definitely. Might not be 5, might not be 6, but maybe 2-0, 3-0 would do. Because Leverkusen are really not in form right now. But yeah, I see Bayern winning this straight.
All right, straight winning. All right, it was lovely to have you both here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your contribution. And I look forward to doing this after all the games have concluded, so that we can see who is going to bite their words or take their words back. Yeah, imagine what happens when Arsenal loses, or if they lose.
Hopefully, Manchester United would win as well. If not, this is gonna be hot coming back here.
I would definitely come after him if Manchester
Let's
United
see.
loses.
It will be you alone, man.
All right, so everyone watching,
All right, thank you so
thank you
much.
for your time. This remains Fan Stock. We'll see you guys after the games for the weekend, and then we'll go over and then see who has to bite the bullets. See you next time. Have a nice one.